about that time. Assemble and talk. No cap. It's a civil war. You thinking you worthy? You feeling like door. Smash that like button like Hawk. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm impatient, bro. All dudes from Infinity War to Endgames.
But that was only 1 year.
It was agony.
I feel it was.
It was agony for me,
crazy.
bro.
I remember every day being like
watching mad Marvel movies and shit just to like, yo, bro. I was chasing that high.
It's funny. I had got way more right with Endgame than Infinity War. I had got way more right with Endgame than Infinity War going into it, like thinking like, oh, what you rumors and stuff, or what you think you believe is gonna be the case, and this and that, and your theories on it.
You hit the nail
more on Endgame than Infinity War. Infinity War, I was definitely way off. Like that shit was so like, yo, honestly, I didn't expect like
with neither. I didn't like. I went in completely like optimistic. Like I'm.
But then again, Endgame
for a show.
Nah, see, for me, Endgame was more the hype from Infinity War just boosted double tenfold.
Nah.
So it was over. It makes sense why I was more on point going into the next one.
It's kind of disappointing though that Infinity War was better.
Yeah, it was for me. Like honestly, I still enjoyed.
No, I enjoyed the shit out of it.
Yeah, I still do to this day. But definitely, I wanted it, and I expected it to be better than Infinity War. I thought they was gonna go even higher than that. And maybe to some people it is. You know, I heard a lot of people say that it's the best movie they made, but Infinity War to me is still the best.
It did have more epic moments, like the whole I'm Iron. That I ain't gonna lie, it's epic. Black Widow.
They know snapping to me is ridiculous. That was more epic to me.
We should have went for the head.
Dude, just him, yeah, that was like, cause you know we didn't really expect they was really gonna go for it in the movies.
There was 2 snaps in that movie.
Yeah, the Hulk did his shit too.
Hulk snap.
And that was the one that was the most important snap, cause that's the one that right back. That's also theory. The one that
actually won.
Woke up the Eternals and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's rumors right now that's floating around that's gonna be the route they're taking.
So does Iron Man get credit for that win, or does Hulk?
For the win?
Yeah.
The win, Iron Man gets credit for the win.
I mean, I'm not arguing.
You think about it.
I'm not arguing.
You know, they was literally about to lose at that very moment.
Was they?
Yeah, he was about to, bro, and not only about to lose. A lot of people forget because that movie's so thrilling. But it's not only that. He wasn't gonna snap again and erase y'all. This nigga was gonna erase the universe and make a new one, a new universe. He was gonna pull like an extra golly move.
No, you're right. You're right. I forgot the fact that he had all 5 stones at that moment. I mean, all 6 stones.
Yeah, it was over. This was way different. And then everybody was about to die. And he knocked out everybody right before that. Captain Marvel was the last choice, and he put the power stone in his hand and death to it.
So my question is, if Tony would have took all the stones and instead of using them like snapping his fingers, just put them in like made a nano bubble or whatever, because his suit could make shit, contain them and just flew away with them, and the fight would have continued. Thanos can't fly, can't chase him.
Alright. Honestly speaking, he still had stuff that could fly though at this moment, right?
I mean, did he? What did he? Wait, what?
Nah, he had really like ground troops, right? Like he didn't have like the Chitaris on the ships, the little smaller ships flying around like it was in Avengers 1.
Nah, the Chitauri wasn't part of his army. He has his own army.
Nah, the Chitauri was part of the army for sure. That way, you think that the shit Ant-Man punched one of the big joints Hulk punched. He had all his his armies with him.
You're right.
Yeah.
But I don't think at that point.
But honestly speaking, nobody was gonna catch up to Iron Man. You're right.
Yeah,
nobody was gonna. Then
they could have won that fight after.
Yeah, it was just a bad decision. But honestly speaking, he just never made something that could contain him without him.
Again, we all know why they did that. That was plot armor, and then.
But definitely, that would have been great to do. It would probably the fans. Yeah.
No, but what I'm trying to say is, I feel like, not that I feel like. It could be looked at both ways. Like, they both kind of get credit for that win, because Hulk brought all the soldiers back, basically.
Yeah. He was going to die way before anything. Cap was the last thing to stand in that part.
They did.
Cap was there, like, damn near dead, so yeah.
By the way, that was epic. Cap hearing Falcon on the earpiece.
Oh, yeah, that's an epic, guys.
Before he even came through.
Yeah. On your left, yeah, that was great.
What's that?
Yeah, Avengers Endgame definitely was fan service all around. But Avengers Infinity War was them hitting their pinnacle to me on like just their good work. It was like a DC like animation, bro. It was just like, yo, it's intense every moment, and there's so many people in it that you've seen from all the other movies, and they made it work. Like except for like one or two people, but you like.
Some Thanos, not comedic at all. Not comedic at all. Nothing funny about that nigga.
Nah, but his characters, he say funny stuff because he's dead ass serious.
It's just disrespectful.
Yeah, it's so disrespectful. It's funny.
Like, it's not funny.
As well.
It's not funny. It's not meant to be funny.
Nah, me too. Black Widow. I mean, not Black Widow, Scarlet Witch. I don't even know who you are. Yeah, that's one of the funniest lines.
Hilarious, but it's not meant to be funny. That was really disrespectful. My son really meant. Nah, I feel like he slightly was just violating her. Like, bitch. Get out of here, like.
Nah, he really didn't know her. You gotta think about this. This is from 2014.
Oh yeah, facts. This is that. Oh yeah, bro.
He really didn't know her.
No, you're right. He really did.
Like, I did what? I don't even know who you are. What you talking about? What
I didn't even do that yet. Like.
Alright, real fast. Not even real fast. Let's dive into it. Thanos from Infinity War. Or Thanos from Endgame. Alright, before you go, let me just say one thing. Obviously, Thanos from Endgame was more combat ready to fight. Like he was throwing more punches.
Thanos from
Infinity War was more strategic.
No, he had the stones. He had to. That's why he didn't have to.
Yeah, you're right. He had the stones. You're right. We didn't even get to see him put in the work yet. He got the stones.
He started off the movie with 2 stones.
Who would you like better, personally?
Endgame Thanos. He was more hungry. My son was thirsty for it. I feel like Infinity War Thanos. He like from the get, he already had it in the pocket.
All right, I'm not gonna turn the cheek and say this nigga's. In Endgame, he was old. Damn, to me, that's the best MCU fighter out of all fighters. I said that last time. Top 10 MCU fighters. Who's my top 5 or top 10?
There is no arguing that
he beat up Hulk and made it look like when Cap fights. Like I don't know, it was wild. But besides that,
he beat up Iron Man,
Thor, everybody
Cap at one time.
Dead ass. So what I'm trying to say is like I can't ignore that. But honestly speaking, Infinity War's Thanos is so, bro. He's so much of a boss. Like I don't know. And not saying the other one was less of a boss, but his mindset was just like
he was more hungry.
Yo, in Infinity War, he was just already like that guy, bro. Like and. The stuff he would say, he had so much, like, a lot of good slogans. I
feel like in Endgame, he was Ace. No, in Infinity War, he was Ace Boogie. And in Endgame,
he was Rico.
He was Rico.
Hi.
You feel me? Like, my son was not with this shit. Yo, bro. How you send Nebula in, like, yo, go get my stones. She hit him with the...
What you gonna do? I'm gonna wait right here.
They'll come back.
No, he told her, I'm gonna sit here and wait. That's exactly what's his response. I'm gonna wait.
And then after she woke
wait for you to bring them to me.
After she woke up, my son just talking to himself that they come back. Mm-hmm. They always do.
Yeah.
And then when they come,
then you know what was fire too when leading into that, the next thing they show with him sitting there when Thor, Iron Man, and Cap come to him and they like,
you know this is a setup, right?
Yeah, they like, we don't care, right? They go to fight him and they start like, you know, you about to jump somebody, you start walking, you go that way, he go around him.
Geeks on Thor's behalf. Fire.
They start walking around him. Son is sitting there playing with little rocks. This nigga's envisioning. He's visioning the stones. And when he's like,
once I get these shits, like I know I'm gonna get them.
Bro, like that's so true to me, bro. He was just sitting there, and then when they came, he really, if you watch this nigga's body language, he really wasn't threatened by Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America. He was not threatened by them. He's sitting there without a budge at all, and he like.
He's actually smirking, like he.
And then he gets tired, like he like, you know what? Alright, this is where you like it's time to like go to work. When it's time for you to clock in, it's that time. Like that's the body language he had. He goes, he tosses the rock to the side. Like now I know what I must do.
I gotta beat your ass.
No, that's when he tells them I gotta shred your universe down to atoms.
Yeah.
And then make a new one. Y'all showed me that y'all ungrateful and all this extra stuff, but now I'm grateful for it. Wow, that was he was.
I thought I knew the way.
Nah, he was more sinister. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying. Endgame, my son was more.
You know what it is? It's just nothing like a first impression, I guess.
No.
You can have a first impression twice, and his first impression was in
that's what it is. Wow. You know how everybody's like Thanos did nothing wrong. Hashtag Thanos did nothing wrong and all that shit. Cause he had a
motive in his eyes.
He was a complete villain in Endgame. Like my son, there was no good then. Like there's no good in Thanos in Endgame. You feel me? My son is a bad guy, and he confirmed it right then and there. Like what's his point in that? I'm gonna destroy everything. Oh, he's gonna start it from anew. We're not gonna be. Nobody's gonna be around to see it.
Yo, nothing's even gonna matter after this point. But that was crazy. That was a.
He's a full blown villain.
Endgame is
fucking shit up.
Endgame is great. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's definitely the second best movie, but Infinity War was my favorite.
That's like, crazy because it's funny as we talking about it. You would think I like Endgame better, but nah. Infinity War was too fire.
Yeah, Infinity War. Every time I watch it, it gives me chills, and I'm just like, yo, this is great. They killed Spider-Man. That's a big deal.
Shit, I'm almost shed a tear for something.
You're not even a fan of something like that.
I'm not, but that performance.
Yeah, shout out to Tom Holland for that one. He did his thing.
Wow, I thought he died. I thought he died.
Nah, you really feel him when you know this when he says, "Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good, right?" And then after that, he like, "I don't want to go." No, when he says he don't want to go, we all know. Oh, he's going. That's when we all came to the realization, like he's going.
Bro, first of all, my son had his eyes wide open
and died.
And I felt like he wasn't looking at Tony.
No, he was looking at and breaking the fourth wall.
My son saw the void. Like my son.
Nah, he did. He looked dead,
saw
bro.
The
he
light,
was like,
bro. My son saw the
he
light.
He just died. Yo, that Jane was crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
And then after, Robert Downey fed off his performance tremendously. My son sitting there holding the ash.
The whistle when you say yo, you like.
So sit back with the sword in his chest still, pull that shit out. Nanoed his shit up. He just sat there alone. Looking around like, damn. So dead ass left me here nobody. That would have been hilarious. And by the way, they never actually showed like him meeting up with Nebula after. Like they just in the beginning of the movie they were just on the ship together.
No, remember they was already. She's the one that told him at the end what happened. He was like, he did it.
Oh yeah, she was like, she was on.
Oh yeah, she was standing around with all of them. Yeah, she was standing. They was already grouped up after the fight.
You know, you right.
Remember, she don't got a soul no more, right? Or some shit like that. I would assume. Well, let's say because that's how
she got a soul.
That's just his daughter. That's what it is. So why would he kill his daughter off?
Nah, I don't think it was selective.
It was really just random, right?
I think it was randomized. Like I think when he snaps his fingers, like he didn't pick or choose.
Nah, but you would think though certain people like
because
everybody
like
that they
elites,
everyone that they that from one of his people didn't die, right? Also, yeah, I think about that.
Nah, it was random. It was random. You know why?
No, it was random, but I'm saying like it had to be like a select few in his head that he was like, all right, at least my daughters and Ebony Moore and
nah.
No, they all had died already at this point, right?
Yeah.
When he snapped his fingers. Yeah.
Like I said, I think it was completely random. Because look, all those he told Tony Stark. I hope they were in Endgame. I mean, Infinity War. He told him like, I hope.
Nah, Moro is dead at this point. I'm bugging.
I hope they remember you.
You're right. No. Look,
he assumed
in my head, I just
gonna be
pictured.
snapped
No,
away.
you're right, and I always knew that it was random. But I'm saying in my head, I pictured more his team alive, but I forgot everybody had died. That's when he told Scarlet Witch like, you don't know, like, because she said you would never understand. He like, I went through more this day than you would even know, like.
Wow, it's crazy.
Everybody died.
I guess it being randomized is what semi justifies it.
No, yeah, of course. That's exactly what, like, for his end at least, that's his only case he got. Like, you know, not justify at all, but that's his only case he can, like.
So my question is, when he was going from planet to planet, doing it the old-fashioned way before he even got the stones.
And it was hard, and it was
You think he was just like clearing out, like just straight pillaging half the planet? Like
yeah.
He wasn't.
He was pillaging his muffin caps back blue.
Like he wasn't just selecting people at all. But then again.
No. They were doing it randomly because I don't know y'all on this planet. We're gonna take half of y'all. You go on this side. You go on this side. We're just like.
We don't.
You go on this side. You go on that side.
Separate them and
in
then
halves. Boom. Yep. That's what it looked like Infinity War in the flashback scene.
Yeah, when he was killing Gamora's people, they was some of them was lined up on that side, and he just.
No, yeah, it was definitely random then. Yeah. It was definitely
I guess that is the only way to justify it.
Yeah, and another thing he could run with too, he could say that to him he felt it was mercy that snapping his fingers they wasn't feeling no pain or suffering. It wasn't like killing them like before. He was just turning them to dust.
Well, no, we don't know because Spider-Man was the only one who reacted to it. And that could have been because of his spider.
That's exactly why. Because you think about it, he's the only one that lasted the longest. Everyone was just once they felt something, gone Felt something? Gone.
They was all looking to the side.
Yeah, like what? Yeah, he was the only one, and people was mentioning it had to be his spider sense. We never got that confirmed, but it has to be that, right? Because
he felt death coming.
Yeah, and it wasn't his suit. I mean, his.
When someone was grabbing.
It was trying to hold him, like, you know, his spidey sense, I guess, and his powers. He's so strong of a character that
his body was probably tingling.
It was trying to fight it back. It's like a immune system type shit.
Wow.
But yeah, we can just leave. Yeah, what y'all thought better between Infinity War and Endgame? Both the classics. So comment down below. Let us know. Smash that like button, like hook. Subscribe. Till next time, summertime.
It's about that time. Assemble and talk. No cap. It's a civil war. You thinking you worthy? You feeling like door. Smash that like button, like hook. Yeah.